Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll show you step by step how to install Apache Kafka on Ubuntu 24.04. Whether you're a beginner or setting up a development environment, this guide will walk you through the entire process. So grab your terminal and let's get started. Think of Kafka like a high-speed messaging system that lets different parts of your app talk to each other in real time. It's built to handle huge amounts of data super fast, like a data highway for apps, websites, or even IoT devices. For example, when you're using Uber and the app updates your driver's location live, systems like Kafka are often powering that behind the scenes. It's used by big companies like LinkedIn, Netflix, and Twitter to move data reliably from one place to another without losing anything. In simple terms, Kafka is a tool for streaming data between services, fast, reliable, and scalable. First, let's update our system packages to make sure everything's up to date. This ensures we're working with the latest package versions and avoids any dependency issues later on. Kafka runs on Java, so we need to install it first. Ubuntu 24.04 supports OpenJDK 21, which works great with Kafka. After the installation, verify that Java is properly installed by using this command. If properly installed, it will show you the version number. It's a good practice to run Kafka with its own dedicated user. Let's create one. This creates the Kafka user and sets its home directory. It also prevents this user from logging in directly for security reasons. Next, create the main Kafka directory where we will install Kafka files. Let us now grant the Kafka user ownership. Now let's grab the latest version of Kafka directly from the official website. We'll use get for this. First, navigate to a temporary directory where you'll download and extract the Kafka archive. After downloading the archive, extract it into Kafka folder. Next, change the file ownership to give the Kafka user full access. This step ensures Kafka can read, write, and manage its files without running into any permission problems. To confirm that everything was extracted correctly, list the contents of the Kafka directory. This directory holds Kafka's executable scripts. These scripts let you start the Kafka server, create and manage topics, produce and consume messages, and handle various administrative tasks. Most of your direct interaction with Kafka will happen through these command line tools. Starting with version 4.00, Kafka uses KRaft mode by default, which means it manages its metadata internally. No need for Zookeeper. In this part, we'll configure Kafka to run as a standalone server using KRaft. We'll update the configuration file, generate a cluster ID, and format the storage directory. Let's begin by verifying that Kafka is correctly set up to run in KRaft mode. Locate the log.directory setting under the log basics section and update it from the default to a more stable directory. Save and close the file. Next, we need to generate a unique cluster ID. This identifier links Kafka's internal metadata to your server and is essential for initializing the storage. Make sure to copy and save this cluster ID somewhere safe. You'll need it shortly to initialize Kafka's storage. Run following command to format Kafka's storage directory. Replace the cluster ID with the actual ID you generated. If the command runs successfully, you will see the formatting metadata directory message. Kafka is now configured to run in standalone KRaft mode, and the storage has been initialized. Next, we'll set it up to run as a system service and start the server to complete the installation. Create the Kafka service file, and then add the following code. Before starting Kafka, make sure the data directory specified in server properties exists. Go ahead and create the directory and set the proper ownership. Now, enable and start the Kafka service. Now that Kafka is running as a service, it's time to verify that everything works end to end. You'll create a topic, send a few test messages, and confirm that a consumer can receive them successfully. This creates a new topic named test topic and connects to the Kafka broker running on your local machine through port 9092. This command starts a Kafka producer in interactive mode. It connects to your Kafka broker running on localhost /who 9092 and sends messages to the topic named test topic. Once you run the command, the terminal will wait for your input. You won't see a prompt, just a blinking cursor. Every line you type and hit enter will be sent as a message to the Kafka topic test topic. Press Control plus the C key to exit. To verify that Kafka is successfully delivering messages, open a new terminal window or tab. In that terminal, launch a Kafka consumer by running this command. This command connects to the same test topic and starts reading messages from the beginning. If you see the message appear here, congratulations, Kafka is working. And that's it. You've successfully installed and tested Apache Kafka on Ubuntu 24.04. If you found this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.